Patrick Mahomes is good just about every time. Just ask the number of people wearing number 15 jerseys here at the NFL's Fan Experience. Except for maybe one time. It came during Mahomes' freshman year at Texas Tech, not on the football field, but on the baseball diamond. This week, during Super Bowl Media Week, Mahomes took us through exactly how his lone pitching appearance went down.
I came into the game. I walked the first guy, I believe, hit the second guy and gave up a double, and they scored a run, and then I got taken out of the game. So that was I think I have like an infinity ERA, which isn't probably a good one. That's not something that I'm very proud to have on my record.
Now, it was actually just 2 walks and a hit by pitch, but the point still stands. The best part of that story has nothing to do with what Mahomes just detailed there. Patrick then walked off the mound to a standing ovation. Red Raider fans were applauding what he had done on the football field the year prior. Reporting from Tampa, I'm Cooper Boardman, Citrus TV. If you just joined us, I'm sorry, because Buddy Boeheim has a chance to go to the line for a 4-point play. He just made a 3 over San Diego State's best defender, Adam Seiko, and he goes to the line as an 88% free throw shooter looking to complete the 4-point play. Kadari Richmond out of the timeout is into the game for Jim Boeheim. So the first we've seen of Kadari Richmond, the freshman, in the NCAA tournament. We'll see how he plays at the top of the zone. Boeheim hit his free throw. It's 15-14 San Diego State with 11 minutes to go in the first half. We're at Hinkle Fieldhouse in Indianapolis, Indiana's basketball cathedral. Seiko dribbling out top. Looks to the wing on the right-hand side and finds Keyshawn Johnson into the game for the first time. Bounces low for Tomajic. 7 seconds to shoot. Tomajic alone in the right corner. Dolezaj giving him a chance to step into a jumper, and he missed it. Rebound tipped up once, twice, 3 times, and Kadari Richmond comes down. Had it slapped out of his hands, but Kadari Richmond, the freshman, who always comes into the game and you notice is in the game, and he comes down with a big board to start.
That is a fantastic rebound, coming down from the guard position and snagging it underneath.
Playing with a right knee injury really hampered him in the ACC tournament. That's going to be something to keep an eye on, although he did get about 5 days rest. Orange with it on the left end. Richmond holding, edge of the arc on the wing. Faked right, darted in left. Boy, he's got good mobility, and he misses a floater falling away. Rebound right to Johnson for San Diego State. But a dangerous pass to the middle. It was corralled by Butler. And he finds Seiko on the left wing, who looks into the 2-3 zone. Boeheim and Griffin at the top of it. Richmond playing in the corner. Right wing 3, Seiko missed it right rim. That ball deadened off the right side of the rim. Velcroed right to the hands of Marek Dolezaj. Ahead to Boeheim, down the right wing side, and he missed one long. Rebound right to Dolezaj. Outside for Buddy Boeheim. Shot clock reset, 16 seconds. Boeheim dribbles inside, dribbled into a double, and it's right to San Diego State. The other way, right-hand side, a layup, good, and one. Keyshawn Johnson, the sophomore, running in transition off the Buddy Boeheim turnover. 17-14 Aztecs, 9:39 to go in the first.
Syracuse's 4th turnover of the game, which is a lot for them. The Orange do a good job generally of taking care of the ball. They're 31st in the country in offensive turnover percentage.
We're looking at 2 teams that control the turnover battle very well, both top 25 in the nation in turnover margin. As Keyshawn Johnson, the sophomore from Oakland, wearing 0 for his hometown, the O in Oakland, knocks down his first free throw of this NCAA tournament. 18-14 San Diego State, 9:39 to go in the first half. And another substitution. Quincy Guerrier in for Syracuse, Robert Braswell out, and hello to the Dutchman, Jesse Edwards. He checks into the game for Marek Dolezaj. So Jesse Edwards, who's played 70 minutes over his last 5 games. Before that, he had played 48 minutes all year long, but has really come into his own. He appears to be ready. And he comes into the game. 9:39 to go first half. 18-14 San Diego State on top of Syracuse. Orange with the ball is the lower seed. Kadari Richmond brings it over the midline on the right wing side. He looks at Griffin, who makes the catch. High, he jabs right. Guarded by the shorter man. He drives towards the elbow. Had it poked away. Boeheim, quick trigger 3 straight away. And good! Buddy Boeheim put a gold medal on him. It is 18-17. Buddy Boeheim continues to deliver. He's got 14. 9:09 to go in the first. Now the defense chance rises from Syracuse. Mitchell on the wing, feeds it straight away. Quick 3 straight away, missed it. Off the right hand of Lamont Butler, rebound Richmond. Quick in transition to Griffin on the left angle. Tosses a pass out top for Buddy Boeheim. Guarded by the much shorter Gomez. He takes a fall-away jumper and hits. Buddy Boeheim, 19-18. He cannot miss. 16 of 19 for Buddy Boeheim. And the chorus of defense grows louder. Johnson on the wing on the right-hand side. 13 seconds to shoot. Here's Mitchell, the Mountain West Player of the Year. Picks up his dribble. To the wing on the right side for Gomez. Dribbling low to the ground left. Finds Mitchell. Rotates it to the corner. Butler at three. In and out. No. Rebound tipped down. And an offensive board. But he stepped out of bounds. Keyshawn Johnson came away with it. And then tiptoeing the end line. Just put his size 11.5s right on the end line.
Well, San Diego State has no answer for Buddy Boeheim. On the last possession, it was Terrell Gomez, who's 5'8". Boeheim 6'5". Buddy's going to shoot over the top all day. Right now they have Keyshawn Johnson on him. They've put Adam Seiko on him. Nobody can stop him. Nobody can guard him one-on-one right now.
Buddy Boeheim came into the game 46% from three over his last five, 24 a game. Syracuse had beaten Virginia. He might have been the ACC's tournament MVP. You got to figure they're going to get it to him here. No, it's Guerrier, right-hand side. Gets it back out top to Richmond. Breaking down his defender to Boeheim, deep left wing three. And he missed it right. Surprise. Edwards the offensive rebound. Outside right, Griffin three, missed it left. And the rebound pulled down by Shackle over the top of Guerrier. Who's this foul on? They got Guerrier for it to freeze us at 7:48 here in the first. Buddy Boeheim has 16 of Syracuse's 19 points. We're paused here in the first half. Back in a moment with more. Long before the din of Super Bowl week, far away from the Palms in Tampa, and much earlier than this from Bruce Arians.
It was hard for me to believe he did not make the Pro Bowl.
Ali Marpet was here in Geneva, New York, the home of Hobart College. It was in this place where the Bucs starting guard starred at the Division III level.
Depending on when you asked me if I thought I'd be here, I mean, at Hobart, never would have thought that this was on the table.
On this snowy campus of 2000, Marpet went from possible 6th rounder to a Senior Bowl standout to a 61st overall pick in the NFL draft to right here at Raymond James Stadium. Here on Sunday, Ali Marpet becomes the first statesman to ever play in a Super Bowl. And a big reason why is his versatility, a trait he learned in Geneva.
He's been switched around from the left guard and right guard and center and he's had different head coaches, he's had different offensive coordinators, and every person there has loved Ali. And Ali would never say a bad word about anybody.
Marpet became the highest drafted D3 player ever after a standout performance at the Senior Bowl. And after 6 years in the NFL, he now captains the NFC champions.
I feel very grateful that I'm here. And it's just kind of made the experience, better for me because it's never, something I expected for myself.
And that experience only gets better Sunday when Ali Marpet plays in the Super Bowl. Reporting from Tampa, I'm Cooper Boardman, Citrus TV. All smiles, but make no mistake, this is a big one in the ACC tonight. We've got Pittsburgh and we've got Syracuse from right inside the Carrier Dome. Hey, and welcome along with Brandon Ross. I'm Cooper Boardman, far away, but excited you're here with us for a big one. Pittsburgh on one side got a big victory in the midst of a rebuild, but after the win over Clemson on Tuesday night, things looking a lot different for Lance White's team. And then on the other side for Syracuse, out of the top 25 for the first time this season. But the good news for head coach Quentin Hillsman is they're starting to score in a big way, and that all starts, Brandon, with Kiera Lukes. Kid who grew up binging Steel Stanwyck videos, playing a lot like him early on to put the Orange up a couple of goals. But Vermont has stayed in it in large part thanks to Tommy Burke. The face-off man, number 3 in green on the left side of your screen, has won 6 of 9 to start the day. And everyone went toppling over. This time a loose ball push brings it Syracuse's way, and Jacob Fupp has a de facto win there to open up this second quarter. Along with the Rhino, Ryan Powell, I'm Cooper Boardman. Thanks for being with us on a Saturday afternoon inside the Dome for Syracuse and Vermont. The first time we've seen fans inside this building since last March. And they'll ooh and ah at a Ryan Cornell save on Owen Hiltz. Cornell, the senior who split time with Nick Washuta, a pro pick last year, and this year getting a chance in his starting role, so athletic. And early on, Ryan Cornell, number 14, has been great for UVM.
Yeah, it's important that he has a big day today. I didn't love that shot from Hiltz that early in the shot clock. Didn't have a lot of power on it.
Well, we're seeing a goaltender fest early on. Cornell with the save, and then Drake Porter on the opposite end to eat up one from McCormick and put the Orange back on the offensive end. Syracuse's goals in the first quarter came from Trimboli, Dordovic, and Rafis. 2 from Jamie Trimboli out of that midfield. No production yet from the second line midfield that got the scoring started against UVA last week, but here it is with Owen Siebold. Siebold off the spin, and Cornell there again.
That's just not a good shot there by Siebold. You got to, again, early on in the shot clock, little roll dodge, way too far out to take that shot. That's an easy save for Cornell. Syracuse has got a great offense, work the ball around and produce high quality shots. That was not a high quality shot.
That's a shot you can get anytime.
No doubt.
Another Vermont turnover, third of the day for the Catamounts. And a Syracuse offense back out there. John Desko, 23 years, the 63-year-old Desko, said, I have not really seen a change like that in 1 week, meaning what Syracuse's offense did in week 1 versus week 2. He's seen a lot of Syracuse offenses. Struggling against Army in week 1, the surprising loss, and then in week 2. And now in week 3, Brendan Curry is on the board. So quick, huh?
Oh, he's so quick, so fast. This first midfield unit, all 3 of them flat out play the game of lacrosse. This time Curry, little stutter and go dodge. The short stick defensive midfielders from Vermont have their hands full today with these 3 midfielders. So 2 guys are drawing a short stick, and they're getting right after those short stick D-middies from Vermont, capitalizing on the situation. 16 Curry, phenomenal player, nice berry on that one.
5th goal for him. He's up to 9 points after a 7-point week last week against UVA. And that point streak feels like every time he steps on the field, he just gets a point for being there. Vermont off the face-off win. Bouncer stood up by Porter. Rebound, they score! Porter wanted maybe a crease call on Liam Limoges, but they'll count it. Start to finish.
Yeah, I mean, how about Tommy Burke today? Just getting the job done at the face-off X. This initial save by Porter was unbelievable. And the little garbage goal there, right place, right time from Limoges.
Vermont's got all these outside scorers. You got McCormick, you've got Lewandowski, but Fife says it's the dirty work too. A guy like Liam Limoges who can pick up scraps and score. And for Vermont to stay in it, they were going to need to do that. They have done it, and it's a 2-goal game. And another face-off win. 8 face-off victories for UVM. It has been all about Tommy Burke today, who walked in at 63%. The funny part was against Bryant, who at that point was receiving votes. Burke struggled. 12 of 25 in week 1 in the loss for UVM. Week 2, game 2 that is, turning it around against UMass Lowell, 14 of 18. And against Syracuse, it is already percentage-wise a career effort. McCormick high, and Porter had to avoid a lot of Moye and the ball to make the grab. Orange in transition quick.
Solid goaltender Porter is. Sniffed that one out from range from one of the hardest shooters in college lacrosse.
Chase Scanlon on the doorstep. He went apple picking for it, and Syracuse is up 3.
This is pretty much an every time type of thing when you get 22 the ball in front of the cage with that kind of space. He's going to catch and bury. Hiltz, great vision, nice find. 22 Scanlon, catch and finish.
North Carolina gets the win tonight at SU Soccer Stadium by a final score of 2-0. Rain falling, Tar Heels apparently undeterred. Welcome into the Cuse.com postgame show. I'm Cooper Boardman, joined again by Brad Klein. North Carolina putting the finishing touches on their 5th win of the 2020 season. Now 11 goals in 5 games for UNC, and the number 1 team in the country, looking a lot like they should be the number 1 team in the country. Here's the thing for SU. Their goalie in this one kept this game way closer than maybe it should have been. Lizzie-Anne Prue, the Montreal native, très bon, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Lizzie-Anne Prue, she led the conference in saves last year, so it's really no surprise she picks up right where she left off. Just so much pressure. It's almost unfair that the back line gave her this much pressure, but she was not shaken nor stirred. She looked great.
Watch her do this over and over again, parrying ball after ball. A career-high 14 saves for Prue. Last time out against Notre Dame, she had 9, 1 short of a then-career best. Today, she shatters that with 14.
Yeah, but the thing about Lizzie-Anne Prue, Cooper, is she's not satisfied with a career high in saves. If it's 14, if it's 15, if it's 30, she only cares about the win. So she'd rather be Claudia Dickey, who did not have a very busy day at the office. Only 1 save for Dickey, but she walks away a winner.
We knew Prue was going to have to be a big factor if Syracuse was going to have a chance to stay in this game. She was a big factor. Syracuse did, relatively speaking, stay in the game. And in the end, the Tar Heel offense doing what it's done to everybody all year long here tonight. Prue, good, and she's going to have to probably be good moving forward with the schedule ahead for Syracuse. For me tonight, look at the Louisville game, right, where it was a scoreless first half. Here tonight against North Carolina, another top 15 team. Syracuse puts together defensively a scoreless half, this time in the second.
Exactly, and it's more about how you finish than how you start. Look, we understand that North Carolina is the best team in the country, so not surprised that they set the tone pretty early on, but Syracuse was not fazed by that. At halftime, they didn't roll up into a ball and say, okay, we lost the number 1 team in the country, let's move on. Instead, the Orange showed some life and traded blows in the second half.
It was wild watching that first half because Carolina had the ball for so long. It was cross after cross. And again, the Syracuse defense finding answers. Lizzie-Anne Prue leading the way in that department. But the Orange definitely have some positives to take forward as they look towards what's coming up. And what's coming up is, oh, by the way, you just faced number 1 in the country. How about number 5 on Sunday? Duke's coming to town. The Blue Devils, like we said, got a win 1-0 over BC on the road. Now they make the trip from eastern Massachusetts to central New York.
And we'll see. You know, this is a tough schedule, but then again, it's supposed to be a tough schedule. It's the ACC. It's the best conference in the country. The question is this the same Syracuse team that went into this North Carolina game? In my opinion, this might be a different one with a different little mojo here because we mentioned the moral victory it is to hold North Carolina scoreless in the second half. So can they carry that over to the number 5 team in the country?
Brad, I understand people don't want moral victories, but look at the trajectory of this program. You get the first ACC win a year ago under Nikki Adams. That's a win over Wake Forest. They played a 1-goal game with Florida State, at that point a top 5 team a year ago. And then here tonight against North Carolina, you hold the Tar Heels, who no one has held in check all year long. You hold them to a scoreless second half. There's definitely a lot to feel good about if you're Nikki Adams.
Yeah, absolutely. And look, it is a tough schedule, but there are some winnable games here. If Syracuse can carry that mojo through their next ACC gauntlet coming up, they have Miami on their docket, and Miami hasn't won a game either, so they're in the same boat.
You've got Miami, a second date with Pittsburgh as well. There are a lot of things to feel good about if you're SU. Look, when we talked at halftime, I said, what's the thing that Syracuse needs to do to feel good about this game? You said, hold UNC scoreless in the second half, so check that box as well. Now moving forward for SU real quick, what's next?
It just carry it over, right? We've seen that you're capable. The back line held its own against one of the best in North Carolina, so do it again. Once is not enough.
SU tonight falls by a final score of 2-0 to number 1 North Carolina. The Orange offense didn't find much. The Tar Heel offense doing what it did all year long. The final score 2-0 UNC over SU. We'll see you next time.